How are you doing? I thought I'd make a video about December 21, 2020. A lot of folks are talking about this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn and all kinds of things going around about the end of the world and the age of Aquarius and all that stuff. So it's interesting because I find a lot of people are hopeful that this is going to make a change and that it will help humanity to bring better world for everybody, which is wonderful. However, from my understanding, a lot of this type of conjunctions and a lot of planetary alignments, like what we had on December 14, they offer potentiality of influx of energy at a given day or within a certain time space. And if we focus our energy on certain type of outcomes, as what you sow is what you're going to get. So basically, a lot of times, everything depends on really on cause and effect. What people decide to do, and what seeds people decide to plant in their consciousness or in their subconscious and in their lives is going to obviously determine the outcome in the future. So I'm not necessarily certain whether this is, it's going to somehow miraculously make a world a better place, but I'm certainly certain that our choices will do that. And as Sadhguru, actually, I don't really listen to Sadhguru, but I heard him say actually once, say something interesting. He said that any day is a special day for global transformation of humanity only if we all sat down and meditated or did whatever we need to do to make this world a better place for all of us. Not just a better place, but an amazing place for all of us. So I also agree about that it's not just one day or one special alignment that we should really be looking forward to, but I think maybe this is a time for us to realize that maybe if we can make a goal, that starting either before December 21st, 2020, or after or during that day, that we commit to collectively raising consciousness on a more regular basis to shift the energy and the consciousness here. So 2020, me being born on December 14th, which was actually the full solar eclipse, as you know, and was a new moon as well. And I'm also actually numerologically number 33. I find that I get a lot of insights, and I find that there is certainly a shift going on, and I find there's a shift in time. The times seem to have slowed down over the last several days, which is very peculiar. And so I think there's always different types of energetic influences affecting us and bringing different aspects of ourselves to the surface. But some people say, this is a time where we are starting to see things on deeper levels of consciousness. And I noticed since the December 14th, actually, since my birthday, there's been a lot of shift in my perception. I would see that certain people are falling when, some people use this term like 3D, 4D, 5D, and all that. But I noticed that it's become a lot more visible that people are falling into different levels of consciousness a lot more clearly. So anyways, I think there is some hope on some level that if we all make a committed decision to start to actually work energetically on ourselves and collectively on the consciousness of this planet, I think that could have a positive outcome on the consciousness and the choices that humanity makes down the road. I mean, considering that everything pretty much is a gift, no matter what is happening and no matter what's going to happen in the future. I mean, everything is given to us in a way as an opportunity to grow and to transform and to use that energy to create something new, something better, to transform ourselves and transform the world. I mean, oftentimes people do complain. I mean, as I did as well, maybe in my olden days, that things are not in a certain way and so forth. But when we look at the grand picture of things, I can see personally that there is a gift in everything, and in every moment, in every day of our life. I mean, considering that our life is here at this very moment. Life is obviously, that's all it is. We are in this very moment. There is no such a thing as future, obviously, or time. So I think we could joyfully look up to this interesting date and look at it as a new gateway toward creating a better world for all of life here on this planet and shifting the consciousness here for better. I think it is going to be a transition of some sort. And I think that what we do now and what we do with the near future, so-called future, or upcoming moments in time, will determine the outcome of the next few years as well. Because, if you feel the energy of what is happening now and what more likely can happen energetically within the next several years, then I guess you would understand that we are in a very critical stage in time of forming new levels of we could say maybe new levels of transformation for the highest good of ourselves and all of life here and all of humanity. So yeah, it all depends on a choice. If we make a choice to make a great transformation on this planet, it will be that. If we make a choice to possibly sit back and live in some kind of dreamland, I really don't know if there is much of a hope in just dreaming. I think we need to also open up to inner guidance as to what we are being guided to and take proper actions. Otherwise, I think just hoping and dreaming, and it just doesn't really take change much. Plus, it doesn't transform the issue of fear, which is usually transformed through actual decision and action. So yeah, so looks like a interesting window of energy opening up, possibly falling away of certain things from our life, or in other words, some sort of transformation. And if we were to shift to the positive expectancy and to look from a positive perspective, that this is all, whatever happens is going to be a gift in some way or another, and make a decision that we're going to make it work and we're going to figure it out and we're going to transform this world for the highest good of all of humanity and of all beings here, then we can do that. Anyways, this is my little input regarding December 21, 2020. And again, it all depends on our choice. And that's going to determine the outcomes. So have a great day. Be well. Take care.